Do you truly understand what your body is communicating when it's dark outside? Surprisingly, many older adults do not. The truth is, most people over 65 do not pass away suddenly from conditions like a heart attack or stroke. Often, they experience a peaceful end in their sleep, but this often happens after their bodies have been sending subtle warnings for months or even years. These warnings often come as minor discomforts or seemingly harmless habits that felt unthreatening at the time. Consider a 74-year-old woman who, after a late-night snack, went to bed, turned on the TV, and didn't drink any water. By morning, she had passed away. She had no pain or prior diagnosis. Her daughter wondered how this could happen, and the doctor explained something crucial. It wasn't a sudden event. In this video, I will discuss 3 common nighttime habits that many seniors engage in, which are slowly but surely impacting their health. These actions could be the reason you feel less rested after sleeping, experience strange dreams, chest tightness, or forgetfulness in the morning. You deserve to feel safe and well-rested every night. Please pay attention to this information before you go to bed tonight. Are your nighttime habits potentially harmful? This is not meant to cause alarm, but to highlight 3 actions that many older individuals do nightly. These might seem harmless or comforting, but they can negatively affect your heart rhythm, brain health, and long-term well-being. Think about how your body heals during sleep. Your brain, heart, and immune system rely heavily on good quality sleep. These 3 habits can silently undermine that essential process. We'll discuss each habit with real-life examples, explain the science behind how it affects your body, and provide simple, actionable steps you can take right away to improve your situation. If you're concerned about your health or the health of a loved one, leave a 1 in the comments. If you found this information helpful, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Every day, we release new videos focused on helping older adults live longer, healthier, and more confident lives. The first habit we will examine is sleeping with the television on. At first glance, this might seem completely fine or even beneficial. Many older individuals say it helps them fall asleep faster, feeling comforted by the background noise. If you live alone, the sound of voices from shows might reduce feelings of loneliness. However, this simple bedtime habit can be harming you more than you realize. Take Joe, a 77-year-old Marine veteran who lives alone since his wife passed away 3 years ago. Joe watches his favorite westerns nightly until he drifts off. The screen stays on, flickering with light and motion, though the volume is usually low. Initially, it seemed to help him relax and fall asleep. But over time, Joe started waking up feeling increasingly tired and confused. He had trouble with balance in the mornings and sometimes couldn't even remember what he had eaten the previous night. His worried daughter scheduled a checkup. The doctor performed some simple cognitive tests and found that Joe's short-term memory was declining faster than typical for his age. Joe simply shrugged and said, "I sleep with the TV on. It helps me not feel so alone." This isn't an isolated story. It happens surprisingly often. Many older people use background noise to cope with silence or loneliness, unaware that it's preventing them from getting truly restorative sleep. Studies show that blue light from screens and other artificial light sources at night disrupt your body's natural circadian rhythm, the internal clock that regulates sleep and wakefulness and directs your body's healing processes. Even with your eyes closed, the light and sound from the TV can keep your brain partially active. Your nervous system doesn't fully relax due to the continuous sensory input. You might spend 6 or 8 hours in bed, but the quality of that sleep will be poor. You don't spend enough time in the crucial deep sleep stages essential for recovery and healing. The National Institutes of Health points out that older adults regularly exposed to noise and light at night have a significantly higher chance of developing mild cognitive impairment, which includes forgetfulness, slowed thinking, and difficulty focusing. These can be early signs of dementia. Poor sleep quality due to noise and light also contributes to higher blood pressure, increased inflammation, and impaired blood sugar control. These negative effects accumulate over time. Most people do not realize the extent to which poor nighttime brain rest impacts daytime tiredness, balance, and memory function. Fortunately, this is one of the easiest habits to change without sacrificing your favorite shows or feeling isolated. Joe's daughter implemented a simple solution. She helped him set the TV's sleep timer to 30 minutes. Giving him just enough time to fall asleep before it automatically turned off. She also replaced the bright screen with a low-glow salt lamp that provided soft, warm light without overstimulating his brain. Then, Joe started listening to calming nature, sounds like ocean waves or gentle rain through a small speaker instead of the TV. He still had background noise, but without the disruptive light or talking. After just a week, Joe reported waking up feeling clearer and less foggy. He even recalled his dreams, something he hadn't done in years. A month later, he told his doctor he felt much more like his old self. The solution doesn't need to be expensive or complicated. If you need sound to relax, an old-fashioned sound machine or a sleep-focused app producing calming music or ambient noise can help. Choose white noise, soft instrumental music, or gentle spoken stories. Anything without bright visuals or sudden loud sounds. If you must watch TV, always use the sleep timer. After the screen goes off, make the room as dark as possible, considering blackout curtains if needed. They are surprisingly affordable and make a significant difference. If light bothers you, a sleep mask can also be very effective. If silence feels too quiet or unsettling, create a bedtime routine with soft, familiar sounds that doesn't involve a screen. Audiobooks are excellent for this, especially those you've heard before. They are soothing and engaging without being overly stimulating. The sound of a calm voice narrating a story can feel comforting, like having someone nearby, helping you relax into sleep. Furthermore, sleeping with the TV on affects more than just your brain. It also impacts your heart. Constant stimulation can prevent your blood pressure from dropping naturally at night, a crucial process for your heart to rest. Without this nightly drop, your heart works harder than it needs to, increasing the risk of heart failure, irregular heartbeat, or even a sudden heart attack during sleep. These are not scare tactics. They are scientifically supported facts. We now know clearly that changing this one habit can dramatically improve sleep quality, protect memory, lower heart disease risk, and boost your energy and mental clarity upon waking. For those living alone, like Joe, remember that screens don't provide true comfort. Real peace comes from knowing your body is getting the restorative sleep it needs. The TV is a simple device that can significantly disrupt your sleep and overall health. Next, let's look at another seemingly harmless bedtime habit that could pose even greater risks. Many adults engage in this next habit thinking it's safe, but it can have serious, even life-threatening, consequences at night. This brings us to our second habit, going to bed thirsty. This is a less discussed issue, but many older individuals deliberately do this every night. Why? Out of a very real and understandable fear, needing to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. Nobody wants to wake up during the night, especially for a journey in the dark. For those with mobility challenges, a trip to the bathroom at 2 a.m. can feel hazardous. The easy solution many seniors choose is to stop drinking water after dinner. Would you believe that this seemingly small habit could increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, and confusion while you sleep? Let me tell you about Carol, 80 years old and full of life, who used to take a walk every morning. One morning, she didn't show up. Her friend Nancy called and found her on the kitchen floor, weak, confused, and unable to move her left arm. It was early morning, and Carol had suffered a small stroke. She was fortunate to survive and get to the hospital in time, but the doctor revealed something surprising. She was significantly dehydrated. For the past year, Carol had avoided drinking anything after 6 p.m., tired of nightly bathroom trips. Unknowingly, this habit caused her blood to become thicker and stickier at night, especially during colder periods when she didn't sweat as much. Thicker blood requires the heart to work harder to pump, increasing the likelihood of clots, which can easily lead to a stroke while the body is at rest during sleep. Science supports this. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, meaning you might be dehydrated before you even feel thirsty. Additionally, our bodies lose more water than we think at night through breathing, sweating, and dry air from heating or cooling systems. Going to bed with insufficient hydration is clearly risky. Studies from sources like the Mayo Clinic and the American Heart Association show that even mild dehydration at night can raise blood pressure, disrupt sleep, accelerate heart rate, and reduce oxygen supply to the brain. More alarming, one of the common causes of confusion and dizziness in older people at night is dehydration, sometimes mistaken for dementia or cognitive decline. The good news is, preventing this is quite simple. You don't need to drink excessive amounts of water. Just a little conscious effort makes a big difference. Doctors recommend a gentle, gradual approach. About 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime, sip half a glass of water, not a full one. This allows your body time to process the water, reducing the chance of needing the bathroom later. To help your body absorb the water better and retain minerals, you can add a pinch of sea salt or a small amount of electrolyte solution to your water. This helps hydration reach your cells rather than just passing quickly to your bladder. After recovering from her stroke, Carol made key changes. She set a reminder for 8:30 p.m. nightly to drink just 4 ounces of water. She also used a humidifier in her room to prevent dry air from dehydrating her skin and lungs. Her doctor advised her to have hydrating snacks in the early evening, like cucumber slices or a small piece of melon, as these are high in water and beneficial nutrients. Crucially, she discussed installing night lights and a grab bar near the bathroom with her daughter, making her feel much safer if she needed to go at night. Addressing her fear of nighttime bathroom trips reduced her stress significantly, leading to better sleep. Some people believe drinking anything before bed is risky. However, being dehydrated is far more dangerous. Thicker blood forces your heart to work harder. Dehydration can cause confusion upon waking. It also increases the likelihood of nighttime muscle cramps, twitches, and falls. You want your body to be in a relaxed state before sleep, ready to heal and recharge, not stressed and dry. It is important to discuss hydration needs with your doctor, especially if you take diuretics or other medications that increase urination. You might need to consume more fluids in the morning and early afternoon, and less in the evening, but never stop drinking water completely. A few sips before bed can make a significant difference. Also, keep a small glass of water by your bed in case you wake up thirsty or dizzy at night. A couple of sips can help stabilize your body and prevent a cascade of problems. We all desire good sleep, but peace comes not from avoidance, but from preparation. Gentle hydration before bed is not just for comfort. It supports heart health, brain function, and helps you wake up ready for the day. This brings us to the third and final habit. We discussed how skipping water can be a hidden threat. This next one concerns something invisible yet affects every breath you take while sleeping. Let's explore how the temperature and air quality in your bedroom at night can quietly harm your body. This is the third habit, sleeping in a room that is too hot, too stuffy, or lacks adequate air circulation. Many people overlook this because they are asleep, right? Eyes closed, unaware of the air around them. However, your body is definitely affected. The temperature and air quality in your sleeping environment significantly impact your heart, brain, and ability to achieve full rest. Over time, this can become a major health risk, especially for older adults whose bodies are less efficient at regulating temperature or processing oxygen. Consider Frank, 83, a retired plumber who has lived in the same house for nearly 50 years. Frank always preferred his room warm. He'd say, "I grew up in the cold. Now I deserve comfort." He kept his room at 75 degrees Fahrenheit year-round and kept windows shut at night, even in milder seasons. His bedroom was warm and cozy, but lacked fresh air. Gradually, Frank started waking with a strange heaviness in his chest, feeling pressured as if he couldn't take a full breath. It wasn't pain, but a discomfort. He felt dizzy standing up in the morning and completely worn out by lunchtime. His worried daughter took him to a lung specialist, suspecting COPD. She was surprised when the doctor asked about his room environment. Air circulation, temperature? Frank wasn't suffering from a disease, but from his sleeping environment. Because he kept his room sealed and heated, the air lacked oxygen and accumulated carbon dioxide. By morning, the air was stale and dry from poor circulation. He experienced reduced oxygen during sleep, contributing to his chest discomfort. The warm temperature also played a role. According to the National Sleep Foundation, the ideal bedroom temperature for sleep is between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperatures higher than this make it harder for the body to cool down, potentially leading to restless sleep, shallow breathing, and a faster heart rate at night. For older adults whose bodies struggle more with temperature regulation, this stress can raise blood pressure, increase the risk of atrial fibrillation, and cause next-day fatigue. Most people don't realize how sensitive the body is during sleep. Breathing deepens, heart rate slows, and the brain enters repair cycles. But if the air is oxygen poor or you're too hot, Your nervous system remains alert, trying to cool down or get enough air. Over time, this creates a low-level stress response, triggering hormones like cortisol, which can weaken immunity and impair memory formation. This explains why people like Frank feel exhausted after a full night in bed. The solution is simple and transformative. Frank's daughter made a few easy changes. They lowered the thermostat to 67 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Although initially cold, Frank adjusted within days and found he fell asleep faster. They also opened the windows slightly, about an inch or two, allowing slow air circulation without causing a draft. When it was too cold outside, they used a small air purifier on a low fan setting to keep the air moving. Frank's chest pressure eased. Within a week, he felt lighter and could breathe more fully upon waking. His mood improved, and he even resumed his morning walks. Don't worry about getting cold at night. Sleep science shows a cooler room facilitates faster, deeper sleep. You can always add an extra blanket, but keeping the room cool is better than being overly warm in stagnant air. Adding a small fan is also highly beneficial. It doesn't need to blow directly on you, but should circulate the air to prevent carbon dioxide buildup from breathing. Ensuring airflow is particularly important for older adults using oxygen therapy or with breathing issues. Many older homes are tightly sealed, trapping dust and stale air. A good air filter, a slightly open window, or a ceiling fan can significantly improve sleep quality and, over time, boost your energy, memory, and mood. Another tip: replace heavy blinds with sheer curtains that allow natural morning light. Natural light helps reset your circadian rhythm, promoting melatonin production at night. Also, appreciate the power of fresh air during the day. Even 10 minutes with a window open can improve nighttime air quality. Room temperature and air quality might seem like minor comfort issues, but they are fundamental to health and safety, especially for older adults. Your heart, lungs, and brain need the right environment to rest and heal. Nighttime conditions affect everything the next day. Frank's story is just one example of many seniors experiencing quiet exhaustion caused by easily controllable environmental factors. Optimizing your sleeping environment allows your body to heal and recharge as nature intended. Now that you understand how leaving the TV on, insufficient hydration, and poor air quality at night can negatively impact your health, take a moment to reflect. We often don't fully grasp a habit's harm until it's too late. If you are still reading this, caring about your health or a loved one's, please write the number 6 below to let me know you are with us. For more such videos, remember to subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss any. Let's recap what we've learned today. First, the harm of sleeping with the TV on. Despite feeling comforting, the light and noise disrupt your brain's natural rhythm, preventing deep sleep and increasing risks of memory loss and heart strain. Second, the habit of avoiding water before bed to prevent nighttime bathroom trips. This choice thickens your blood, potentially reducing oxygen to the brain and increasing stroke and confusion risk during sleep. Third, the often overlooked factor of bedroom temperature and air quality. A room that is too hot or poorly ventilated can stress your heart, reduce oxygen levels, and leave you feeling tired and foggy in the morning. These 3 common practices, seemingly small, can accumulate over time, impacting your health, peace of mind, and focus. But the key takeaway is that you have the power to make changes tonight. It doesn't require complex solutions. Awareness, a few simple adjustments, and a commitment to treating your sleep with the same importance as your diet or medication are enough. Sleep is more than just rest, it's healing. It is crucial for your safety and future well-being. You are in control. Finally, let's express gratitude and make a small but significant promise to ourselves. Thank you for spending this time with me. If even one of these habits resonated with you, this video was worthwhile. My goal is for every older adult to feel stronger, clearer, and more awake upon waking, and that starts with the simple choices made each night. If you learned something today, please share it below. Which habit surprised you most? What will you try tonight? Your stories matter, and I read them all. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos that could benefit you or a loved one. Tonight, take care of yourself. Seek deep sleep, full breaths, and remember that every small change contributes to a longer, better life. We will see you in the next video.